Now let's understand how assembly works in Fusion 360 by making this very simple assembly. As you can see here, it's a circular plate having a pin attached in the center and a pin attached here with the handle. The objective here is to rotate this circular plate when we drag this handle. So whenever we are making any assembly, you need to define the objective, how the assembly should work. This should be your primary focus prior to making the assembly. So here we have to rotate this circular plate by dragging this handle. This is the primary focus here. So what we will do, we will recreate this assembly, and when we are recreating this, when we are creating anything in this assembly section, we are not using proper dimensions. It's not 2 dimensions. Let's create a new design. Now here we have 3 components. One is this circular plate with a pin over here somewhere and a circular hole in between. To make it more comprehensible, let's hide the other 2 components. So this is component number 1. So let's make it first. Go to assemble, new component, click OK. And as you can see, a new component is added to the browser. Create a sketch, select a vertical plane, circle command. Make any dimension because it's not 2 dimension. Make a circular hole over here and drag this area for pin. Finish the sketch. Let's press pull it backwards. Let's make it -5. Switch on the sketch. Select this. We forgot to press pull this one. Okay, let's make it 2 side so that we can press pull from here as well for providing the handle. And our first component is ready. Let's hide the sketch. Double click here and write it as circular plate. Now for the next component, let's switch them on. For the next component, we need to have a pin over here in the center of the circular plate. So what we will do, we will again invoke the head assembly. If we are not invoking it, if we are having this component activate and we are creating a new component, then it will become a sub component of this component, which is not desirable for now. So let's activate this one and create a new component. This time select this face. This is very much visible. Create a sketch. Make a circle from this end. Select it, press pull. Let it be 2 sides so that we can cross over here up to somewhat like this, or let it be this much. The most important part is this. Operation would be obviously a new body, and a new component has been created. Switch on the head assembly and you can see. Let's name it pin. Now for the last part, we need to create this handle over there. So this would be the last component. So for that, again, just check if this is activate or not. Go to assemble toolbar, create new component, create OK. select this face of the pin that we have extruded from the circular plate. Create a sketch. Let's create a circle. Then fit point is spline. Invoke the line command. And we are almost done. Just trim the unwanted areas. And just for consistency, make them tangent. And finish the sketch. Now select this region that we have created right now. Press pull it backwards. I think this much would be sufficient. Operation is obviously new body. Click OK. Now this is a handle. You need to provide specific names for each and every component, because what will happen if you are having like 10 to 20 components in your assembly, you will not be able to understand which component is which one. That's why you have to make a habit of providing nomenclature, providing name to them. Now everything has been prepared. All the three components, they are individual, and when we drag them, they can be go out like this. Now if you accidentally did this, you want to revert it to the original position, just click here in the revert and it will be reverted back. Now comes the fun part. Now we are going to provide joints to them. Now what are joints? Joints are what that lets components to have relative motion between each other. So for that we can go to assemble and joint, or you can use the shortcut key J in the keyboard. Just click here, this one again, and make the motion as revolute. Click OK. Now as you can see, the motion has been provided, but these two components are attached together, but they are moving here and there. So what we need in such kind of situation is that we have to ground something. So let's ground this one. Now we can have a relative motion between the circular plate and the pin that is in the center. But as you can see, this grip, this handle is not attached to this one, this pin. So we have to do that. Let's revert the position and again click J, start the joint, select this one, and make the motion as rigid. Click OK. Now as you can see, we have the desired rotation, or basically our primary focus has been attained.